Hi guys, my name is Kateryna.
And my name is Daria. And today we have another episode of our self-care season where we invite unique women and experts that share their experience on how women can take care of themselves. And today's our guest is Angelina. She's a makeup artist. Thank you so much, Angelina, for coming today.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for your invite. It's truly a pleasure, and I'm super excited to share my journey with you guys.
Yay, we're very excited to have you here. Let's start with the first question. So can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So to begin with, I'm Angelina. I've been in Canada for the past 7 years, and it's been quite an adventure for sure. If you'd asked me back then if I imagined myself in the makeup industry, I would probably be very surprised because initially I actually started in medical aesthetics field where I learned a lot about facial balancing, skincare, all kinds of cosmetic procedures. But naturally, I'm a very creative person. So I knew that I needed more. So I kind of found a way to blend my passion for makeup with my background, and that's where it's led me.
Oh, that's perfect. That sounds like a dream, when you evolve into something.
Totally. That's exactly how I felt too.
Yeah, that's perfect. Can you please tell us about maybe some trends that are right now in the makeup industry and maybe how someone who is very new to makeup, like me, I would say.
Like all of us.
Yeah. So do you have any tips for those girls who are, are just trying themselves and what they should do and where to start?
Of course. So there's quite a lot happening in the makeup industry world right now, for sure. If I had to tell you two biggest trends, I would probably lean towards first return of bold colors. So think vibrant shadows, statement lipsticks, stuff like this. And the second would be the no makeup look for somebody who's very effortless but still wants a little bit of glam in their everyday life. And for somebody who's very new to makeup, how you can incorporate those trends, think baby steps. You don't have to go all out if you're very neutral, if we're talking about bold colors. You can incorporate small details. For example, color mascara. You would never imagine how good you would actually look with blue, green, or burgundy mascara. It's a really cool hack to try if you're afraid of color. And with no makeup, I think it's very self-explanatory. It's really easy to try, and it's very fun way to do your makeup. But for somebody who has oily skin, for example, like me, it can feel a little bit intimidating, the glowy look. Yeah. So again, think small, add a little bit of maybe cream or liquid highlighter first to see how it is. So you're not gonna overhaul your whole makeup routine.
Yeah.
You use this word, if you're neutral. What do you imply by that?
I mean, if you like neutral colors, for example, like yourself, I see you like browns, you like warm colors, peachy pinks. So for somebody like you and me, it's going to be really a lot to go with something like burgundy lip color or red lip color. For example, me, I love myself with red lipstick, but probably for 5 minutes, and then I'm taking it off. It's too much for me. So that's why if I wear in corporate color, it's probably going to be something small.
Yeah, I had the period of my life when I would put on red lipstick. It was like the era of red velvet, I think it was called, or something like that.
From Charlotte Tilbury?
I think so. I don't know, but it was like the texture was so velvety and it was like so perfect on my lips. And I was like, I don't know, I just loved it so much. And like neutral eyes and like that lipstick. And it was like my go-to look. And I even wore this to office, like on Fridays or something like that. And my boss was like, okay.
Well, makeup is very personal. So it's honestly whatever works for you, whatever makes you feel good. So if it's a red lip, why not?
Yeah, that was an interesting period. I think I should try it again.
Make a comeback for sure.
Yeah.
I think you also tried the green eyeliner, right? On the bottom.
Like not the eyeliner, but yeah,
the
on my inner
waterline?
line. Yeah. Like the blue color.
Yeah.
Like because I have inhumane love to blue, and like I had to try this because I cannot do eyeliner like on top, so I was like I'm gonna try it inside. But yeah, but it was like short period of time, so it wasn't. Yeah, but yes, I took your course. If I may add something, so because I'm very new to makeup, and not because I haven't tried it. I used like to apply makeup all the time, but still I was like very basic, like mascara and like some lips, and that's it. And I was so happy to take your class where you showed me like the products and how to apply them. And I lost, that like I stopped being scared of touching like some of the products that I had, and it is very helpful. I think for someone who is new and who wants to to play with makeup and like to incorporate something new, I think it's the best to take a class and actually go and like try these things. And like I love that you show on one side and then I try on the other side, so it's not like you show and I go home and then I forget everything. So I actually try to apply something, so it was very helpful. And I think that everyone who is new should actually take a class and like maybe incorporate something new.
I'm really happy you love that. I do have a lot of joy into teaching somebody to try something new, not to be afraid of makeup and really play with their features. Yeah. I think it's a very big change within you about how you look at yourself afterwards.
Yeah. I think it takes some time to actually become like more proficient like with makeup, but at least it gave me some confidence,
Totally. Well, I remember you had a baby, so that explains a lot. Yeah. That's why probably you were staying away quite a bit from makeup, and then you're coming back, and then there's so many new stuff happening.
Exactly.
So you feel like lost almost. Yeah. So of course, for somebody who needs a makeup lesson, I'm here.
Also on this note, so like for example, if I had like a maternity leave and I'm coming back to the makeup industry, where would be the best source, like resource for me, like source where I could find like this inspiration and maybe like even find like new products or anything like new that I could try to incorporate in my daily life? Because to be honest, I feel like I've learned how to do makeup in 2012, and ever since that, I was doing it until I took a personal class. I was just doing it in the same manner. And also, the girl who was teaching me the makeup class, she was like, "Oh, well, I was complaining that I do my contouring really bad," and she was like, "Oh, at least you know where's your cheekbone." I was like, "Okay, I've learned that 12 years ago, man. I know where my cheekbones." Yeah, so I want to improve. I know where my cheekbone.
Of course, this is a great question. I love it. So I'd say take 3 steps. So first, you should probably understand your undertones, whether you're neutral, warm, cool. A lot of people are confused by that, but it's really easy. You can just check the veins on your wrist. If they are more green, you're probably leaning towards warm undertones. If they are more blue, you're probably more cool undertones. So this is something to start with, to understand.
I'm warm. Okay. I'm totally green.
I'm blue. Okay.
So this would be the first step in, I guess, choosing the colors for you. So now you know that you're gonna lean warmer colors, you're gonna lean cooler colors. So second thing that I would consider is this big trend right now about low and high contrast. So think about how somebody with fair skin and light features, light hair, like you, Katya, for example, you would benefit from neutral colors. So think about how you can match your blush, your lips, and your eyeshadow colors. So that would probably complement you best. Again, it's not the rule, but it's some guidance that you can use. And somebody who has high contrast, for example, light skin, dark hair, or somebody with deep color skin or bright features, they would definitely complement more of a bolder colors. And the third advice would be probably to find influencers or celebrities with very similar features to yours and see how they incorporate the trends, how they play with the makeup. And I can really give you this guidance of what you can try for yourself or what kind of products they use that would probably work for you too. Again, it shouldn't make you feel boxed in. It's something that should maybe inspire you and guide you, but something that shouldn't be dictated.
Yeah, it's like liberating. It's, because it's very overwhelming when you don't know what to do, and when you at least have some guidance, like in the example of like a celebrity that looks like you, at least it provides you options. Okay, at least I could try this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For example, I love Kim Kardashian's makeup for sure, but that's probably gonna look a little bit different on me, right? So I should probably go into researching somebody who looks more like me to kind of see how it's gonna wear on myself.
Okay.
That's a great tip for sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing this. Like now I know what to do. All 3 steps.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you about the bridal makeup. Is there any difference, let's say, if I'm preparing for an event or if I'm looking to get married? Like, is there any difference in how you apply makeup or like any tips, like different for both like types?
It's a great question, and I'm sure a lot of people are wondering about that. So bridal makeup is definitely different from your regular makeup application in a way that it's more precise. It definitely has no room for error. It's a big day, so you have to be very, very, very confident in what you're doing. And it's not so much about applying makeup itself. It's more about creating the whole look that the bride is going to remember forever. How I approach my work with brides, I usually get to know them, their personal preferences, how they envision their whole big day, because it's not just about makeup, right? It has to go with the whole event theme. It has to go nicely with the hair, with the flowers, with how she wants to present herself. And it's more about this personal connection that I really enjoy and cherish. And sometimes it takes more than a year of communicating with the bride before the actual big day. There is also a lot of behind the scenes coordination happening with wedding planners, other vendors. You have to stay on time. You have to be very, very, very grouped together, because the wedding day comes with a lot of unpredictable challenges, a lot of moving parts, and you have to be very, very concentrated and not get the nerves get the best of you. And it's not, again, about just applying makeup. It's about to make your bride look confident, enhanced, and at ease.
Yeah, I thought like the most important thing would be like how you look, and then that this look would stay and survive, the hours that you have to go through, because it's not like you got this look and like you have this makeup and hair done and it's only a couple hours. It's actually like the whole day.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
And it's not just the long day. Think about how everybody's hugging you, kissing you.
Oh, yeah.
You have to look good under different lighting, right? So flash photography, daylight photography, night photography, a lot of those things, right? Videography as well. Tears.
Oh my
Every bride has those happy tears, of course. But for me, the makeup part of it is obvious. I think it's pretty obvious that the bride should have a very long wear makeup. However, the behind the scenes of it is more of a complex issue for me, because not all makeup artists choose to work in bridal, right? A lot of them specialize in editorial makeups, photo shoots, which is great as well, but they choose it for a reason, right? Not everybody is capable of taking this stress every day. For me, it's more of again, those emotions and being a part of such a big day that kind of helps me to go through it all. And I truly enjoy this connection. I truly enjoy being a part of their special moments like this. So that's why for me, it's not really an issue.
Yeah, I think you have to love it because it's so stressful.
Absolutely.
So either you love it or you just quit and you
Totally.
do something else.
Yeah, you wouldn't want me to be your bride.
No? Why?
I was pain in the ass.
Yeah, you were the Brazila?
Probably, yeah, but not to my makeup artist, because we did a couple of trials, but to my
A couple of trials?
yeah,
Of
I
course,
had 3
sometimes it
trials.
takes-
Couple?
Yeah, sometimes it takes more than one for sure.
Yeah.
And it's a very common thing.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm Brazil, yeah.
Yeah.
But my event planner, yeah, she had a hard time with me. I was wondering, do you do this kind of service when you stay the whole day with the bride and touch up on her makeup?
Usually it's not that I'm staying the whole day. Usually I come back at some point to either change the hairstyle or her makeup or just to touch her up. But I'm not staying for the whole day, no. Usually I have more than one bride in a day, so that's why it's easier for me to come back.
Okay.
However, of course, I would be open to explore this option with somebody who's willing to hire me for that, of course.
That's you, Dasha.
No, actually, I had just my makeup done and that's it.
Yeah.
They gave me a mini of my lipstick. That's it. That's all I had. Well, it was a different kind of service, so a long time ago.
It seems to me like you were very unhappy with the service, to be honest.
No, it was okay.
It seems like...
No. Everything was, to be honest, fine. It's just like I had different issues at my wedding, but the makeup itself was okay, and I had 3 trials, so I made sure I looked.
So were you
good
happy with the final look? How it ended up?
I'm happy with the photos, so I think I am happy with the look. It's also because my hair is so, like, I have so much hair and it's long and it's sleek. It doesn't hold any shape. I just had like a low bun, like the only hairstyle
Classy, timeless. Why not?
It stays the whole day and I don't have to worry about all the
Absolutely.
waves and everything. Because if I had my hair like down, it would be just like
A disaster.
like it is now.
Okay, I also wanted to ask you a question. So you are a makeup artist, but you're also a business owner, right? Because it's your own business, and I've heard that you have a team right now who works for you. And I'm wondering how this evolved. So you started first by yourself, and then how did you come up with working with the brides? How did you come up with working with the team? How did everything evolve for you?
So initially, I didn't really specialize in bridal. It kind of happened in its own way, and I kind of stuck with this because, again, it feels incredibly rewarding in the end of the day. So I love this industry, and wedding industry is pretty big here in Toronto, and it's very common that bride prefers to get ready with her bridesmaids, with her moms, sisters. So usually it's a bigger group of people. And I started to receive inquiries for those larger group of bookings. And that's when I started hiring additional artists into my team. So I have a curated team of makeup artists and hairstylists that work in the similar technique as myself. And of course, we undergo lots of different trainings and, as I think, provide an excellent customer service. So that's how it is right now.
Perfect. So do you train people that you hire, or you guys together take some courses and that's how you grow?
So I hire people with previous experience for sure, because I work with brides who are used to a high level of service. So that's why I have to deliver the same to them. So that's why it's very important that the team that I work with is able to do that. And of course, once I hire them on, I provide additional training so that we look in the same direction. So when I send them to another bride, she can expect the same from them as she would from me.
Perfect. Yeah, I think it's very important because it's, as you mentioned, it's not only about makeup and hair, it's also about customer service.
Absolutely. It has to be an excellent experience for the bride. It's her special day, so there cannot be any room for mistake.
What advice you can give to the makeup artists who are trying to get into the industry right now?
So that's a very, very complex, wide question. And I wish that I knew an answer to it in the beginning, but now I'll be very happy to share what I would do if I were just beginning. So first and foremost, you have to love people. Because if you don't and you're in the industry just for the money, you're going to probably find it very tough because it comes with a lot of unpredictable challenges, the scope of work. So again, love and enjoy what you do. Second, take baby steps. Don't compare your beginning to somebody's midway. For me, was the biggest challenge probably when I was starting. And just don't look at anybody else. Just focus on your own way, and it's unique and perfect in its own way. It doesn't have to be something super big in the beginning. So don't get upset if something is not happening the way that you want it to happen. Third is, of course, grow your social media. So use the platforms like Instagram, TikTok very wisely. This is what personally brings me the business. So that's the only thing that I use to promote myself. And any behind the scenes advices, process, all kinds of videos that you like to watch. Try something like this to find your audience. Fourth, of course, research. We live in a very multicultural city like Toronto, so it's not enough just to be a good, skilled makeup artist here. You also have to understand different cultures, styles, to kind of be one among the whole group so that you stand out. And of course, practice a lot and find your own style, your own niche, because again, I am a commercial makeup artist, so I can only talk from my own perspective. But what if somebody wants to work on sets, in film industry, in editorial industry? It's gonna be a little bit different from what I'm saying. So I think once you're gonna focus on your niche, you're gonna attract the right clientele, and that's gonna be easier for you.
I think it sounds a lot more challenging than I thought it is.
It's very challenging. It's very
like
challenging.
stressful and challenging for sure.
Especially again in such a fast-paced world where there is a lot of everything. There is an abundance of makeup artists, and it's really hard to stand out, but it's very possible if you stay true to yourself, if you're being authentic, and again, if you like what you do.
Yeah, for sure.
You've mentioned that makeup artists should find their style. So how did you find your style?
So it's a very interesting question. Thank you. It's gonna be hard for me to say that I find it. I think it found me. I honestly did what I love to do. I love enhancing somebody else's features. I like to see how makeup brings out their confidence. And I like beautiful women, and I like making them more beautiful. So that's why I always knew that I'm gonna be a commercial makeup artist. I just didn't know that it's gonna be in the end more of on a bridal note. But again, I do all kinds of work. So I don't do just bridal, but just during busy wedding season, it might seem so. But I honestly love creating beautiful, effortless, timeless looks for any types of occasions. And I just like to work with people.
I love it. Angelina, thank you so much for sharing your story with us and sharing so many tips and tricks for makeup artists and for women in general. I think this is a very insightful episode for sure. And it was such a pleasure to have you here. And we really enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, guys.
And I just want to point out on the last note what you mentioned. It really helps women in anything, not just like developing your style, not just in like as your makeup artist, but developing our style in everything in life. And it's very important for women. And what you're saying is very empowering and encouraging. Is just love what you do, be authentic to who you are, and this is how you will find your style.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for this inspiring note
Thank
from
you.
you.
Thank you.